In 5 years now since the Goodrich decision, the sky has not fallen. The earth has not opened to swallow us all up.
What do we want? When do we want them? Now!
Of Proposition 8. And as you see there, that is Phyllis Burgess, the woman that we've just identified, and she walked there holding, as you can see, a large cross, along with appears to be a couple of other people. And within just moments, it didn't take long for that cross to be pulled out of her hand, and the woman standing by as the cross gets trampled. And the man that you just saw live standing on the right side of your screen, very loudly talking to the camera, it appears is the one who is stomping on that cross.
And what we're clearly seeing, and again, this happened roughly 8, 9, 10 minutes ago, is a lot of anger and a lot of hate. And Kimberly Chang, Kimberly,
Get out of here! Get out!
Chris, we're being a little attacked here.
We need to call the police.
She just wants to express her viewpoint, sir. I'm standing here with Phyllis Burgess. As you can see right now, we are being attacked. She walked out here earlier. If you roll the video, you can see.
Okay, you know, we may have to print this.
Okay.
I've had it. If we print this, and will of me being on here, I'll be so happy.
I don't want to keep people anymore. I'm not damaging anything. The black people fight. We should fight. We should fight. We should fight. People like her.
Phyllis, this is Phyllis Burgess. She walked out earlier with the press here. As you can see, we're getting Are you okay,
On Friday night, I was with the team in San Francisco that went to the Castro district, which is where many of the homosexual population of the city live. We'd been there for a couple of nights just singing worship songs. People would come up and stand with us and join us. We got to pray for some people. Right when that happened, right when the presence of God happened, a few men came and they brought a large piece of cloth and covered us with cloth and cornered us into a corner. And they started swearing at us and yelling at us and just filled with hatred. And the crowd grew larger and larger and larger until it ended up being a few hundred people, and the bars had emptied out, and we're completely surrounded by people that are yelling at us. And our leader said, start singing Amazing Grace. And we sang Amazing Grace over and over and over again. And when we started singing Amazing Grace, the other people started singing We Shall Overcome, and basically surrounded us with a wall. And people were lunging at us through the riot gear. And I remember looking out in the crowd and thinking, I always thought that I would be a martyr for preaching the gospel, but I never knew I'd be a martyr just for intercession and just for loving God with all my heart, soul, mind, and strength. We hadn't preached, we hadn't evangelized, we worshiped God in peace, and we were about to die for it. And the police came and ended up saying, after a few hours, said, you have to leave if you want to make it out. And our leader just had us continue praying, and they came back and said, you don't have a choice anymore. We're going to escort you out. And so the video that you're going to see is actually after the police had escorted us out. There's a policeman one-on-one to each of us, and then a wall surrounding us.
It's not going to be easy to stop them. The conversion strategy that they laid out in the book after the ball, well, it's worked very well. They've converted powerful allies to help advance their cause. And now they have a new advantage, Barack Obama. On his website, change.gov, the new president laid out his plans to support lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Americans. It includes doing away with the don't ask, don't tell policy, allowing homosexuals to serve openly in the military, expanding hate crimes legislation, repealing the Defense of Marriage Act, opposing a constitutional amendment to ban same-sex marriages, passing the Employment Non-Discrimination Act, and expanding adoption rights for gays and lesbians. And in addition, he's promised to appoint federal and Supreme Court judges who are compassionate toward gays and lesbians. Now, what that really means is that he's going to appoint judges who will rewrite the Constitution, if necessary, to make it say exactly what they want it to say. So connect the dots. Same-sex marriage means that school children are going to be taught that homosexuality is normal, moral, and the equivalent of a marriage between one man and one woman. Hate crimes laws means that Christians, even pastors, will be prosecuted for teaching what the Bible says about homosexuality. And the passage of the Employment Non-Discrimination Act, well, that means that churches and ministries and Christian businesses are going to be forced to hire homosexuals and create a non-offensive work environment for them. I pray that you really get the magnitude of the impact of all of this and the impact it's going to have on your families and on our nation. Our children and our cherished freedoms of speech and religion are very much at risk.
Keep an eye on those guys. Record that. It's our neighborhood. You fucking bitch! And we don't ever want them coming back. Ever. Do you understand the other Christians? Do you understand
these lies? And we will create change to overturn all of these amendments, state by state by state. Yes!